Hello, my lovely people. So, as you can see, I'm back with another reading, but today's setting is different. In my room, actually, inside, like all this place is my room basically, but I'm inside the room, the place that I sleep in. And I decided to clean this table and put my crystal here and just chill here if I want to. But then I was like, let me record a video here today and try it out. I'm still gonna record there sometimes, but let's just try this out, okay? So I'm chilling here. Let's do this reading the next 7 days. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And look at those crystals that I got recently. I'm just gonna do like sit here, chill, or something like that, or read a book. Choose one the next 7 days. Let me drink my coffee. And I think it's better to put my decks here. I thought about it, but then I was like, let's just put it here because in that table, like it was small and all the decks are on the side. So I might change the camera place in the other place that I was recording and put the laptop differently. So I will change the position. So we're gonna see, okay? The next 7 days. Remember to like and subscribe. If you want a personal reading, you can email me. My email is down in the description. And if you want to subscribe to my other channels, go ahead. Chill with Ella and Lana the music. They are on the front page, okay? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Choose one. Choose one the next 7 days. Number one here. And we got a storm outside. Like it's very loud. It's a sandstorm. Like it's really loud. Like you can hear like everything's flying. Can you hear that? What's that? Yeah, this is just the table wood. Ooh, number one. I do feel like the next 7 days you're gonna be discovering some kind of truth about yourself, like about something about yourself and your emotion. I do feel like you're gonna be triggered. A lot of triggers gonna be happening, already happened to you, but more likely you're gonna discover a truth about yourself and what you have done in your life. I do feel like something about finance. You're gonna be like thinking a lot about finance, and I do feel some of you feel like you wasted a lot of time in some kind of relationship. Hi, honey, how are you? Love your reading. Oh, thank you. Oh, like the camera just moved. Okay, so I do feel like number one, you're gonna feel like you lost a lot of like of your energy and finance because you were focusing on love, or maybe you were like really obsessing over someone that kind of like you gonna realize that this person kind of blocked your blessings or blocked some kind of financial things, and you feel like you put a lot of energy in like this person. For some of you, feel like you try to support this person, but you kind of like put a lot of energy support this person's dream that you didn't do anything about your dreams. Like you kind of done a little bit about your dreams, but you didn't accomplish everything, so you had energy. So if you were like not so focused on this person, you're gonna actually finish something, but you started a little bit. I do feel like gonna think something about that. I do feel like gonna be stressful because you're gonna think that someone is right about something. So it could be like someone that you really talk to, that you denied some kind of truth about this person, like telling you some kind of truth. Maybe you're like don't want to hear the truth. It could be a psychic reading or something like that. It could be a friend or something like that. Maybe you guys liked this person, you kind of like said you refuse to hear this person or something like that, and then you're gonna realize that this person was right. I love like this thought of this person was right, it just gonna hit you. And sometimes it happens, yeah, like sometimes you were not mature, like something like that. Or when you might remember, like if you were like remember some time, like like I feel like everybody got this kind of moment, like when your parents tell you something and you're too young to understand it, and then when you grow up it's like you understand something. And it's kind of like that. Or someone older tell you something but you're too young to understand the danger in it. And I do see like some people told you some kind of truth, but you kind of like were not so mature to understand it that time, or you denied it. Or some of you kind of like don't want to understand the truth. I do feel like you're just gonna feel a little bit sorry about yourself. And I feel for some of you might feel like you literally like you feel like you're gonna miss someone. I feel like you might think about someone from your past, or you're gonna think about your childhood. You feel like you really need some kind of warmth and love from an old lover or an old person in the next 7 days. You just want something old. I do feel like you're gonna be a little bit in denial, and a little bit like you're gonna try to cope a little bit with like denial mechanism or something like that in the next 7 days. So be aware of that, okay? Number two. We'll chose this here. What's gonna happen the next 7 days? the next 7 days. Number two. Wow, the next 7 days you're gonna receive a call. It could be a call that gonna change your life. It could be like, or for some of it could be as big because it's general reading people and apply the energy on your situation. Always like when you choose a bio, it's the same energy for everybody. So, but the story is different. Like it's a bit different. So for some of you it's that big, for some of you it's that small. But the same energy when you choose a bio's energy of like getting a news or getting a call could be big for some of you. It could be small for others of you. It's just a call of like a call gonna free you somehow, like gonna free your mind from some kind of thought. Maybe you have some kind of mental thought, or like you keep thinking about something. I do feel like some kind of mental stress somehow was like, I'm hearing mental illness or something was too stressful, like it was mentally stressing you, that you're gonna free yourself from that. Okay, you're like gonna free yourself from that because of the call, or someone gonna tell you a truth. For others of you, just someone gonna tell you a truth that you really gotta make a conclusion that this person is not worth it, and it's just like you seeing this person is not worth it. It's just gonna free your mind, like it's gonna free your mind. It's just the kind of moment, like I don't know, for me personally it happens a lot. So when you have a phone call with someone and they start talking and they start talking, for me I'm a psychic, yeah, it's different. But like when someone talks and you can see something like ugly, and they're talk and they talk and they talk, and you're just disappointed, and you're like, you're very convinced that there's nothing there to work, yeah, with something like that. I do feel like also in the next 7 days, I feel like you're gonna be thinking about like a lot of sex. You might just think about like also someone who you made pregnant, or you are pregnant with someone. Something about pregnancy. If you are pregnant, you gotta think about the pregnancy or what have you done with it. I do feel like I feel a little bit scared. You might feel rejected by someone, but actually I don't feel like there's any rejection there. I don't feel like you might be in your mind about rejection, or someone doesn't like you. I don't feel like you're gonna be a little bit insecure about someone doesn't love you enough or something like that. But I do feel like there's love here, but you're like, you don't want to see it, or you don't want to see that this person love you. It's kind of like you're in a victim mentality, or you're Betty. You feel like, or you feel like sorry for yourself, but like this person love you, but I do for some reason like you feel like it's not enough, for you don't feel like the love, or you want to reject it or something like that. I don't feel like you feel like you're thinking about your sorrow, or you're thinking that this person will look at you in an ugly way, or in a way that you don't like. I don't feel like for some of you might think that someone is looking at you in a way that it's not you. It could be like assumption or something like that, and you really don't like that. I don't feel like you might receive a post or a phone call or an email, as I said, or something like that. Okay. Number three, what's coming toward you the next 7 days? Remember to like and subscribe, people, to my channel. If you hear the loudest storm, by the way, the storm is like really. Number three, I do feel like the next 7 days you're gonna feel like very relaxed. You might sleep a lot in the next 7 days, or you're just gonna have a lot of relaxation time, a lot of like going out in nature or just enjoying yourself. I do feel like you're trying to keep yourself away from energies like that doesn't suit you, or negative energies, but you are waiting for something, or you're waiting for someone to contact you, or you're like obsessively looking at someone, but like you're waiting for them to do the first move, or you're thinking about your crush. You're just waiting for someone to contact you, or you're waiting for them to notice you, something like that. The next 7 days, and also the next 7 days, you might eat a lot of greens or a lot of food that you eat it, but for a while maybe you didn't eat that food or something like that, or a food that you didn't eat. It could be like a culture food or traditional food or your family food or something like that. I don't like you feel disgusted from something that you used to love to do. It could be like a habit. You have a routine, maybe just like sitting and watching like Netflix, eating junk food, or going outside in some place, or talking to someone. There's some habit that you used to do that was fun for you or relaxing. You're gonna feel disgusted by it, and you no longer want to do it, or something like that. Okay, could be any habit. I do feel like also number three, in the next 7 days, you might get an insult from someone that gonna end up really good, because this insult gonna like you're not gonna be insulted or humiliated by this insult. Like this insult gonna like open a door for you to talk to that person, or to communicate to this person, or to prove yourself to this person, or something like that. Or you just shaking off some assumption about you. So it's kind of like you're gonna cause a tower moment for them to understand that it's not true, or it's a lie, or something like that, or someone gonna talk to you like that. Okay, I do feel like number three, in the next 7 days also, you might hurt yourself or scratch your leg or fall down. So be aware of that. There's an injury or a possible injury. I feel like you might think about love a lot, about how who's the perfect one, or maybe for some of you, you're just gonna watch a lot of readings. I do feel like number three, or do a lot of readings about future spouse or something like that, or you're thinking about who's your soulmate and who's the right one. Or you're thinking about someone. I do feel like you're thinking in general about like the right one and the right person or something like that. Okay. Number four, what's coming toward you the next 7 days? People, remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Number four, people who chose this here, I think it's carnelian, is it? Let me drink my coffee, people. It's a bit cold here. Number four, in the next 7 days, you're gonna be shedding some light on your negative trait, or you might think about something toxic about yourself, or something that you have done, or something that you felt before, or something about your feeling, that's something that you've done. I don't feel like you're gonna do the right thing by yourself this time. That's what I'm hearing. I do feel like it's not like a negative energy. I do feel like you're a strong person, because sometimes when I read readings like that for people who like, you're gonna go through the dark night of the soul, you're gonna realize a lot of toxic things about yourself. Usually it's just people feeling awful, they don't want that, but they're like that, they're just hearing the truth, they don't want it, they feel sad, they're trying to accept it. I feel like you are embracing that. Like you're just embracing the dark night of the soul. It's like, yeah, I have that negative trait. What am I gonna do about it? Like, I'm gonna change it, I'm gonna do the right thing about it. You know what, they are right, or yeah, I noticed that. I feel like you're the kind of person who, like, you know that when you notice something negative about yourself, you're gonna work it. Actually, you feel blessed to know that something negative that you realize. It's like, oh my god, I did not realize that about myself. Now I realize it. Actually, it makes you happy, it makes you feel free. Me personally, I'm like that. So I feel like it makes you feel free. Like you just realize that maybe you're doing some toxic behavior, or you didn't realize that you act this way, or you behave a certain way with people, or something like that, or love with love interest or something like that. But it's gonna free you. You're gonna be like, if that this actually helped me, like this actually just free my mind, because I was like very indecisive about things because of this negative trait. And now when I understand it, I understand what I really want or something like that. I do feel like gonna free you in some way. I do feel like gonna obsessively watch someone or stalk someone they could be crushing on, or you just could be obsessively watching something or celebrity news or something like that. You're just snooping on something. You could watch a lot of celebrities and news or something like that. Cannot speak. I do feel like number four, in the next 7 days, you might be like literally thinking about some kind of familiar feeling that you feel with someone. If someone makes you feel like you know them like from 1,000 years, something like that. It's just a feeling of like you know this person from childhood, or you didn't know this person. There's some kind of deep connection that you're gonna think about with someone, okay? In the next 7 days, I do feel like you're gonna try to be you, but you cannot be you anymore. It's almost like because of this realization, or because of whatever feeling that you feel toward this person, that you cannot go like with your day doing the same thing. Like you cannot go with your day and just act like you didn't discover this feeling, or you just didn't discover that. It's almost like everything is different since you like discover this truth or discover this person or something like that. You'll look at things differently. You look at people around you differently. You look at people who you used to kind of like as a friend or whatever, or your exes differently. You look at things differently now, like how you behaved before. It just feels like people also talk to you, like your friend talk to you, like expecting you to do the same behavior because they are like you in this behavior and you're different now. Something like that. Just some kind of truth gonna make you feel like very free, but at the same time you might be panicking or having a lot of anxiety number four. Out of it also, you might think like you might feel anxious, like you don't trust this feeling or something like that. You're gonna feel like very haunted by something. Like you might feel anxious and you don't understand why you feel anxious about a friend or something like that, about a person. You just feel like you get in your head about like, am I doing the wrong thing? Am I doing the right thing? Okay. I do feel like you might focus a lot on like spiritual things, like doing chakra things or something like that. Or you might, if you're someone starting to do something like that, you might just research a lot of things online about spirituality, about things. Or if some of you are like learning how to read tarot, or you're trying to kind of learn some kind of truth, okay? Some of you are just trying to kind of seek some kind of truth and clarity more by watching a lot of readings, okay? I do feel like you are fantasizing heavily about this person that you discovered recently, and you feel like this person is kind of like, I don't know, makes you feel very vulnerable. Number five, it's coming toward you the next 7 days. Remember to like and subscribe, my lovely people. If you want a personal reading, you can email me. I don't know if the light is reflecting on that. Good. So number five was coming toward you the next 7 days. I feel like number five, number five, I do feel like it just you're gonna be thinking a lot about me or about something I will say in my readings that you're gonna watch a reading. Or for some of you, maybe got a personal reading for me and you're gonna think about what I said. For others of you, you're gonna think about like other readers who told you something. I do feel like gonna think heavily about a news or a prediction that you heard or something like that. I do feel like you're gonna feel very comfortable with whatever prediction that you had or whatever news that you got. There's something about like it's just a comfortable feeling that you feel comfortable. It's just comforting. Okay. I do feel like also in the next 7 days you just gonna feel like there's something good gonna come, but for some reason you're trying to block some kind of truth from coming and you're trying to kind of like downplay it and not be too excited about things be good in your life or things changing. You're like you're happy here, but you're trying to not be that happy and excited. You kind of feel like something is good, maybe you heard the news or something like that, but you don't want to be too excited. For others of you, you know something is coming, you don't want to be that excited, okay? You just don't want to be heartbroken. I feel like you might listen to a lot of music, a bit of reggae music, any kind of music, or just chilling music or something like that. In the 7 days, you're gonna have same routines, basically nothing like big gonna happen, but just this realization, and you might try to block it and not to be not you don't want to think about it that much, okay? I feel like you might think about the new year or the next new year or the holidays coming, okay? Or it could be your birthday you're gonna think about in the next 7 days. I don't know, some of you are just gonna try to kind of stay away from like just fantasizing about things or dreaming too much about things that makes you feel happy. I don't feel like because you feel something is coming, but you don't want to be like too happy, so you don't want to be like heartbroken. And maybe you've been waiting for something, you've been heartbroken before, and you just don't want to be too excited for something that is not gonna come, or you feel like it's not gonna come. Okay, I don't feel like, however, in the next 7 days you might be surprised by your behavior because I do feel like there's something that you're waiting for. Could be also you're waiting for a person to contact you or something like that. But you're gonna be surprised that you're not behaving a certain way. Like you always behave certain way with things like that, and you're gonna behave totally different. And be like, wow, this actually changed. For some of you, it could be this is the prediction that you might think about because maybe one of my readings or anybody's reading, psychic reading like you had was like in this time of the year, like this month, you're just after this year, like and this year you're gonna be deciding to you're no longer gonna care about someone, or you're no longer gonna care about that, or you're gonna behave certain differently, and you're like, how I wish, and this is gonna happen. So you're gonna think about like how your behavior changed toward that thing or toward the person or something like that, and you're no longer just very excited about it, or you're just clinging about it or something like that. I feel like the next 7 days you're gonna be like really crowned, or people gonna be like really like saying a lot of things about your look, about a lot of things about your body, a lot of things about whatever you do. Like, wow, this is really good, and like the way you look or something like that. You might have a jealous enemy around you in the next 7 days, so be aware of that. I do feel like you don't realize who this person is, even if you tell yourself that you know everybody who hates you. You don't realize who this person is because I do feel like this jealous enemy kind of like invisible. Okay, I feel like this jealous enemy could be like someone who watches you a lot online or stalk you, or even someone at work or any place. Like they just look at you and they hate you. But they could also say hi to you most of the time. I don't feel like you know who this person is, but they could just say hi to you all the time. I do feel like they're sneaky, and they could have the color red or something about them, or pink color or red color. Okay, about them. I do feel like they could be also an old friend that you literally blocked and you don't talk to anymore. That they really obsessive about you. And I have friends like that. It's kind of pathetic because I recently discovered that my one of my old friends, like real disgusting boy, like it was like my best friend before, and he's just talking me, and I was talking about like one of my friends that I didn't even mention his name, and then he left a comment on my channel. He had a fake account, so he exposed himself. Like, it's really pathetic after all these years that you still like talk shit about me and stalk me and obsessing about me. Just move on with your life. So I do feel like something like that here gonna be happening. So some pathetic people, like, kind of like get you out of their mind and basically just talk you, want to talk shit about you even after 10 years like that or something. Real sad. I do feel like also the next 7 days you might hear some kind of news about some wish gonna come toward you in the next 7 days. I do feel like you might hear the news about it, but you don't want to get too excited they're gonna happen. But you might hear literally or see something about like something that you wish gonna happen, but you still don't wanna believe it. I do feel like we're saying more here. Next 7 days you might be blessed with money or some kind of money gonna come toward you. It could be the paycheck because it's gonna be like at the end of the month, yeah. I don't feel like gonna be happy. Maybe gonna go outside for breakfast or something like that. Okay, in the next 7 days, you might order something like a fake tattoo, or some of you, or you might think about tattoo. I do feel like there's something happy, but you're like don't want to be happy about it. You're like you're happy, but you just go and try to have your normal day. Okay. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day, my lovely people, and see you later. Bye bye. It's actually morning time. I don't know. I sleep in the morning right now. Bye bye.